Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by the Granite Shop, Merrill Steel, Rock Oil Refining, and Sure Dry. Your Blitz starts now.
Good evening and welcome to week one of the Friday Night Blitz. The 2025 football season is officially in full swing here in Wisconsin, so let's not waste any more time getting into the week one action. We start with our game of the week down in Mosinee. It's the Indians, always a threat in the Great Northern Conference, taking on Stratford, three-time defending state champions in Division 6 and last year in Division 5, and winners of 26 games in a row. Newswatch 12's Will Haraldson is in Mosinee and has our Game of the Week recap. Will?
Well, the wait for the high school football season is officially over, and things have started with a bang. For our first Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week, we had a matchup of juggernauts as Mosinee faced off against Stratford. Mosinee flexed their muscles early in the first quarter after forcing a 3-and-out by Stratford. Mosinee used the power game as Treve Stoffel runs a QB sneak to Pater, and Mosinee jumps out on top 7-0 early. But the Tigers showed their championship resolve. In the second quarter, Stratford driving, and Brady Berg calls his own number as he fights up the middle and into the end zone for the score, and we're all tied up at 7. Later in the corner, and Mosinee on the move. Time is running out on the first half, and Treve Stoffel hits Mitchell Miklik on the fade route, and he fights his way into the end zone to regain the lead. It's 13-7 Mosinee. In the first half, it was the offense. Now it's the defense making plays for Mosinee as Berg was looking deep, but Braden Reinke is there for the pick as Mosinee takes over. Offense would do their job as Mosinee wins it 26-19 to start off the new year. So Mosinee gets their revenge and takes down the Tigers at home to improve to 1-0 on the season. That's going to do it for now. Reporting here in Mosinee, I'm Will Haraldson, Newswatch 12.
All right, thank you, Will. Big win for Mosinee to start the 2025 season. Now we head from Mosinee up to Eagle River, where Northland Pines hosted Anago. Pines playing their first game under new head coach Justin Nimsgern as they look to get a win over Tom Schofield and the Red Robins. So it might be August, but it felt like football weather, on and off showers all night at Eagle River. First quarter, fourth down for the Red Robins in the red zone. Max Nealing going to roll left. He's going to heave one into the end zone to Randy Quevedo, who brings it in for 6. Anago attack on the extra point. They're up 7-0. Let's go to the second quarter. Eagles come alive. Here's a jet sweep. Jacob Beer going to trot around the edge, and he is going to take this one into the end zone to tie the game up. Then near the end of the half, same play design. Beer going to stop on a dime, juke a couple to the outside. He would step out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Quarterback Aiden Minks would punch it in on the next play. Pines, a big win. They take it 21-14. Now let's head to Edgar, the #1 team in Division 6. The Wildcats making their D6 debut against the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. Let's open it up in the first quarter. Wildcats on the move, handoff to senior running back Maverick, but he is going to find some space and outrun the defense all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. Edgar jumps out to a quick 6-0 lead. And on the next play, they decide to go for 2. Tucker Strike and a lob it into the end zone. He finds Isaiah Kraft, 8-0 Wildcats. Next drive for Edgar, Strike gonna do it himself. He sneaks it in from a yard out. Wildcats impressive. Their path to a three-peat begins with a 44-6 win. And some other scores for the night. Rhinelander fell in overtime as they dropped one 26-20 to Ashland. Lakeland Union was impressive on the road. They opened the season with a 50-23 win over Hayward. Wausau East went on the road to take on Westby. Lumberjacks would win that one 30-6. Leona Wabeno has high hopes this season, and they were impressive in the opener. They win 62-14 over Gibraltar. So there's a couple games in the books so far. Mosinee, a big win, and Edgar, more than impressive as they look to go for their 3rd straight state championship this year. We still got more to come. We'll start in Tomahawk as the Hatchets take on Crandon after the break.
Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by the Granite Shop, Merrill Steel, Rock Oil Refining, and Sure Dry. Your Blitz starts now.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. We have already had some exciting games so far in week one, and we are just getting started. Let's head down to Tomahawk, where Coach Dewey Riley and the Hatchets were looking to get in the win column to start the season. On the other side, it's Coach Dan Whitman and the Crandon Cardinals, who are looking to start their season with an impressive non-conference win. And the fans were ready for this one in Tomahawk. Let's start out in the first quarter. Hatchets are on the move. Cash Olson takes the snap. He's going to roll out. Nobody open downfield, so he just does it himself. He cuts up the middle and bulldozes his way into the end zone to give the Hatchets the early lead. Let's jump ahead to the second quarter, and this time it's the Cardinals' turn. Cruz Palabicki up the middle. He's going to find the lane. He is off to the races, stutter step, and he walks it into the end zone as the Cardinals get back in it. Still in the second quarter, Hatchets driving again. Olson drops back, and he is going to find an open Jonah Dickens, who's going to get a block, break a tackle, and find his way into the end zone. Hatchets win in week one. They take it 42-6. Staying in Lincoln County, but let's go down to Merrill. Jays at home tonight as they took on Osceola on their home field. Osceola led 7-0 early in the first quarter. Cole Rudy going deep, and Hunter Opper goes up and comes down with it for a big gain and a Merrill first down as the Jays are moving. Then later in the game, the Blue Jays defense going to make a play. Osceola going deep, but Keelan Allen going to make the interception right in front of our cameraman to give his offense the ball back. But Osceola, they just had a little too much in this one second quarter, and they're going to punch one in courtesy of running back Elliot Havlish to make the score 13-0. Osceola a little too much on opening night. They win on the road 35-13. Medford on their home field taking on a Holman team making the long trip from the La Crosse area. We start in the first quarter. Colin Williams dropping back to pass, and he's going to find Jack Barth in the end zone for the touchdown as the Vikings get on the board first. The Medford defense would respond on the pass play. The Raiders going to get to the quarterback, and they come away with the sack. Let's jump ahead to the start of the second quarter, and it's Barth again, this time taking the pitch on the option, and he is going to get to the sideline, and he is going to win the race from there. His third touchdown of the game. Holman goes on to win 55-16. So that does it for week one of the Friday Night Blitz, and a great start to what should be another exciting football season here in Wisconsin. Next week, we'll be right back out there. Our game of the week will be down in Stratford, where Edgar, who won tonight and is going for their third straight state championship, will be taking on those Tigers. Losers tonight for the first time in almost 2 years, but still a threat for their fourth straight state championship, and it should be a good one. That will do it for week one of the Blitz. I'm Drew Shelley. Have a good night.